Good afternoon, guys. For those of you who would like to boost your immune system, go to Alaska Chaga in the description box. Click on that link, and remember, you get 10% off and free freight for being from the channel. And for those of you who would like to learn more about CBD products, go to martinbrodellcbd.com. They are one of the best. They have one of the purest forms of CBD products on the market, period. Also, for those of you who would like to learn more about USANA vitamins, they are extremely high quality. A number of the viewers here have been taking them for years and years. And as they attest, yes, they are good indeed. And yes, the ones that I take in the afternoon for pain, Precosa. And then Biomega is a fish oil for cleaning out the arteries, I believe. And then Magnanil, which is for the bones. Let's go ahead and also for those of you who like to do a review of a person, a doctor, a nurse, and by the way, one of the people down here at the local hospital, they retired, and I'm glad they did. They I think a lot of these people think that by retiring that they're going to go off and quietly into the night. I'd love to know how much money this individual made by pushing the vaccine and the face diapers and all the rest and all these tests. Anyway, let's go ahead and start with this here. Trump endorsed Arizona gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake flabbergasted by conservative media's silence on 2,000 mules. We want people to be arrested, prosecuted, and thrown in jail. Absolutely. And so she spoke out in an interview on Real America's Voice with Gina Loudon and Heather Mullins. It truly is appalling. The Gateway Pundit reported that Fox News is boycotting coverage of 2,000 mules and spewing pro-Biden propaganda. We also reported that Newsmax is refusing to report on 2,000 mules in Joe Biden's fraudulent administration. Okay, so think about this. Just ponder this one here. So here you have Fox News. Do they know more than we do? Do they really believe? No. Do they really believe that Joe Biden is a president, much less that he's alive? I mean, no. Of course not. So why are they spewing such crap? Why? I mean, that's what I want to know. I mean, my word. How damn dumb can you... And then not to give promotion to 2,000 mules? Wow. It tells you what corner they're in. Yeah, they're deep state, obviously. And nothing like showing your true colors. But they will pay a price. I firmly believe that when this is over, we're not going to have TV news anymore. At least not for a long time. And then this here. Man shot and killed by police outside Space Force base. So a man was fatally shot outside a Space Force station in New Hampshire Friday night in an incident officials called a homicide involving a local police officer and a contracted security officer. According to a press release from the New Hampshire office of the Attorney General, the fatal officer-involved shooting occurred on Friday around 11:30 p.m. on an access road near the New Boston Space Force Station off of 317 Chestnut Road in New Boston, New Hampshire. So it is the New Hampshire Attorney General's office said the exact circumstances surrounding the death of 33-year-old Michael Foley remain actively under investigation. We'll follow it, and we'll try to keep you abreast of what's going on. And then abortion activists threaten to kill justices, law clerks when Roe is overturned. You know, now keep in mind that all these groups have been infiltrated by the military. So, and also what we're watching is a number of people that are demonically possessed. Never forget that. These people are possessed. without a doubt. And then this, crisis in Sri Lanka, signs of things to come. No gas, no food, country is bankrupt, politicians beaten and murdered, government buildings on fire. Hey, that could have happened here. If the military had not stepped in, that's what we would be seeing. The only thing keeping our vets at bay and all the rest of us is the knowledge that the military is in control here. But obviously the military there is not in control. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just, but it shows you how quickly things can change. And then President Trump's endorsements matter. Last night, 23-2-1. And then Oz is apparently too tight to call. Overall, 81 wins, 3 losses, and 1 TBD Oz to be determined. So, you know, and yeah, and the ones that he lost, why did he lose them? Like Cawthorn, for example. Did Cawthorn really lose? That's what we're going to find out. Remember, the military has got everything. Everything. And then this here. So the Biden regime is pausing the Department of Homeland Security's Ministry of Truth after conservative media hammered the lunatic Marxist chosen to run the Orwellian agency. And she's just part of the narrative. She's just part of the movie. Nina Jankowicz, the far-left lunatic chosen to lead the DHS Disinformation Governance Board, resigned on Wednesday. Really? That didn't last long. Fox News reporter Peter Doocy peppered Jean Pierre with questions about the sudden decision to shut down the Ministry of Truth. Or was it the Ministry of Lies? Last week, you guys said that you needed this Disinformation Governance Board at DHS to make sure that freedom of speech is protected across the country and that these platforms are not used for forms of disinformation. So what changed? Peter Doocy asked the White House Press Secretary Karen Jean Pierre. And Doocy followed up with this, Jim, so if it's pausing because you think the board was mischaracterized, then the Disinformation Board is being shut down because of disinformation. Is that what's happening here? So I kind of smell something here with Peter Doocy. And he's given pretty much a free rein. So my guess is he is definitely working, I think, with the White Hats. And then here we go. U.S. government to extend COVID-19 public health emergency past July. No, do not pay attention to this. The U.S. government has extended again for the nth time, the COVID-19 public health emergency past mid-July, even though daily new cases of COVID-19 infection have declined since the Omicron surge. Yeah, do not pay attention. That is just, that's for the idiots that don't know what's going on. And then this here. It says, any doctor who does this to a child needs to be hung. So here are no long-term studies on how this plays out. These girls are the study. It's not top surgery. It's radical elective double mastectomy performed on healthy girls who have been sucked into a cult by groomer schools and online influencers. How sad. How sad. I tell you what, there's got to be a special place in hell for those jerks. And then Q drop 189 to the but nothing's happening complainers. We are at war. What we see, that is being done. What we don't see, that is being done. It's like an iceberg. You only see 10%. The world is fighting back and destroying the cult. 20% public, 80% private. The world would otherwise collapse. 40,000 foot versus again and need to decrease altitude to avoid conspiracy label was necessary. Godfather 3 for God and country. And then this here. Well, that didn't last long. Homeland Security has paused the Ministry of Truth Disinformation Board as a result of the review of the hysterical disinformation by its wackadoodle leader, Nina Jankowicz. And it was all fake to begin with. And then this from one of the viewers. He says, have you discussed the planned takeover of our sovereignty by the WHO next week? There is no WHO, and there will be no takeover. So, just so you know. And then, rare disease spreads in Europe. Monkeypox. So previously detected in the UK and Portugal, monkeypox has reportedly infected gay men in Madrid. Health authorities in Spain have issued an alert over a potential outbreak of monkeypox, a rare and incurable viral infection in Madrid. The alert follows similar outbreaks in the UK and Portugal, and all of the Spanish patients are gay men. So why is this affecting apparently just gay men, or primarily? I don't know. Anyway, it's nothing that I would get too excited about. I think it's just all bogus, but we'll find out as time goes on. You know, that's all I can say. And then continuous protests spread across Iran following a massive price hike in food and other basic goods. And yes, they're going to continue to jack things up. They would really like to see the regime in Iran being switched out for sure. And then this, just in, health officials confirm first U.S. case of monkeypox in Massachusetts. So health officials confirmed on Wednesday the first case of monkeypox virus infection in Massachusetts. The CDC expressed concern on Tuesday about the monkeypox outbreak in the UK and warned of the possibility that the outbreak could spread beyond UK borders. So, you know, did they release something? The deep state? I don't know. They may have. And then, as it says down here, we do have a level of concern that is very different than what we typically think from monkeypox. And I think we have some concern that there could be a spread outside the UK. So now the Massachusetts Department of Health confirmed the first case of monkeypox virus infection in a male adult who recently traveled to Canada. Is it real or is it all being made up? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And then this here, Philadelphia School District encourages teachers to attend psychotic LGBT trainings encouraging child abuse. Yeah, this is pretty pathetic. So, independent journalist Christopher Rufo has exposed the Philadelphia School District for sending teachers to trainings that delve into the sick and depraved lifestyle of LGBT adherents. This whole administration, all of them, they need to be removed immediately. I mean, it's just all pure crap. It's just pure crap. And any parent that goes along with any of this shit, you don't deserve to be a parent. That's all there is to it. And then this, appalling. Teen girl disappears at NBA game and turns up 11 days later in nude photos on sex trafficking site. Oh, man. My heart goes out to her and her parents and family. I mean, it says a 15-year-old girl attended a Dallas Mavericks basketball game at the American Airlines Center with her dad on April 8th, 2022. She got up to use the restroom and never came back. So here's some fast facts. The girl went to the restroom before halftime. When she didn't return, the father told security she was missing. The arena was searched. The girl wasn't found, and the father was told to go home. Surveillance video shows the girl leaving the arena with a man in his 40s. The father called the Dallas Police Department and was told to call the cops in his hometown of North Richland Hills, thinking the girl was a runaway. The North Richland Hills police, in turn, told him to call the Dallas police because that is where she disappeared. The American Airlines Center claims the man was seen leaving with the girl, got in with a counterfeit ticket. 11 days later, her parents were sent a nude picture of her from a sex trafficking site. As they say, why is nobody talking about this? Frustrated with the Dallas Police Department, the family contracted the Houston-based Texas Counter-Trafficking Initiative. The girl's parents gave them a picture of the missing teen. Using facial recognition technology, the Texas Counter-Trafficking Initiative was able to locate the girl in less than a day. She was being trafficked almost 200 miles away in Oklahoma City. Wow. Fact, Arama. Counterfeit sports tickets are big business. Most arenas can scan a ticket upon entry to see if it's real. It's odd that someone got a bogus ticket past the ticket takers. My word. It says Oklahoma City police raided an extended stay where they found the girl. She had been raped numerous times. 8 people were, my goodness, my heart goes out to her. 8 people were arrested and charged with human trafficking, rape, and the distribution of child pornography. The family then hired attorney Zeke Fortenberry. The family was frustrated, Fortenberry stated, after days of not getting any information from Dallas Police Department and Dallas Police not taking any action. The family sought out the help of this agency in Houston. Fortenberry and the family planned to sue the Dallas Police Department, the American Airlines Center, the Dallas Mavericks, and Extended Stay America Hotels. When a 40-something-year-old man walks in with a 15-year-old girl and rents a multiple hotel rooms, and then there is traffic coming in and out of those rooms, those are red flags, Fortenberry told reporters. This girl was being sexually assaulted in a hotel room multiple nights. He continued, any time she could have been rescued from that sooner would have been better. Wow. You know, and I'll tell you what I feel guilty about. Here I sit, and I've been so mad that this movie is taking so long. We have millions of kids, young kids, young teenagers that are being sexually abused, and worse, they're being murdered, babies being murdered and eaten. And I have the audacity to before and say, hurry up with it. No more. No more. It's time for all of us to put these young kids in front of us, to put them front and center, to make them what's important. It's not us. We're not the ones that are important. They are. Not us. Wow. I tell you what, if that doesn't bring home some reality to you, I don't know what does. To hell with the med beds, to hell with everything. These kids are the ones that need the help. Netflix fires 150 woke staff as stock value plunges. I tell you what, personally, I hope all these woke MFers go down in flames. Them and their stock and everything, their companies, everything. They need to go down. They need to burn. And then more bad news for Biden's economy. Target profit down 52%. Dow plunges again. Get this. The Dow was down 1,100 points. It fell over 1,100 points in today's trading. Yeah. I told you a while ago. The smart money in these markets at times like this, cash out and sit on the sidelines. I didn't tell you what to do. I'm still not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you that's what the smart money has always done. And then this here, South Carolina bans biological male athletes from women's sports. Good. Who the hell ever thought you'd need legislation to keep men out of women's sports? For crying out loud. Republican Governor Henry McMaster signs bill into state law. And it passed the House and the Senate. The bill effectively limits students in the state to only compete in sports teams corresponding with the gender listed on their birth certificate. Good for them. Good for them. It's sad that we need it, but good for them. And then $350 million in secret royalties paid to NIH staff highlights an unsung conservative hero. So, Epoch Times readers were outraged when they first read my initial news story about the estimated $350 million secret royalty payments to former NIH Director Francis Collins, NIH's infamous Fauci, and hundreds of the agency's doctors, researchers, and scientists. I just want to say this to all these administrators around the country who are exiting. Yeah, they're resigning. They're retiring, and they think they're going to walk away. They're going to get away with this guy. Oh, no. You don't understand. When they took over Big Pharma, and the White Hats did, they arrested all the top people in Big Pharma. When they got hold of all those records, guess what? They know all these people who have been getting paid major money to push the vaccines and all the rest of this shit. And then this, Biden to import Venezuelan oil to meet U.S. demand. President Trump's energy independence policies will continue to be ignored. No, this is just part of the movie. It says, in March, the Biden gang decided to begin talks with the corrupt and brutal Venezuelan Maduro regime. Remember, the Biden group has no power. They really don't exist. Germany's foreign minister blames Russia for causing brutal hunger that was actually created by EU sanctions of Russian agricultural products. So G7 countries condemned Russia's food war with Ukraine this week. German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock said Russia was waging a food war by causing millions of tons of grain to go to waste. Don't believe it. Victoria Nuland was at the meeting. She's a witch. Man. Yeah, she's a lot worse. She's evil. The Obama and now Biden official is famous for admitting to dangerous U.S.-funded biological laboratories in Ukraine. Yeah, I wouldn't be believing that this is not for us. This is for the uninformed. That's who this is for. Number one, Russia is basically taking care of Ukraine, and I think they're out of there for the most part. The people are now moving back in. The regime, the brutal regime that was there in the Ukraine has been removed as far as I know. And as far as Victoria Nuland, oh my goodness. Brenda can tell you all about her. She can go on for days about that witch. Man, she's nasty. And then was Buffalo a false flag attack to foment more racial division? It was a false flag attack. FBI has history of pressuring targeted scapegoats to write manifestos. The FBI has a history of grooming these people to make bombs, to do whatever. They have a history of it, a long history of it. And then they catch him, they go, oh, look what we did. See, we prevented this major attack. Well, they're the assholes that created the one in the first place. Jerks. And they are jerks. Anyway, that is all for now. I want to thank all of you for your support, whether it's by way of PayPal, checks or cash in the mail. Thank you. And thank you for supporting the sponsors of this channel. Alaska Chaga Tea, Heroes Hope Company, martinbrettocbd.com, Take Charge Your Health, usana.com, as well as communityreviews.org. God bless you all. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now.